So, i-concept ya-Bernoulli equation, I want to build it from the fact yokuthi you know what a first order differential equation is, a linear one angisho. A linear differential equation first order, we say ukuthi ine format kanjani konje, is dy dx angisho plus p at x times y raised to the power 1 is equal to q at x, right? This is the format that we had for a what? For a first order linear differential equation. It must be first order. The highest derivative the first derivative. And then it must be what? Linear. You see, uy wako must only be raised to the power of 0 or to the power of 1. Now, you saw in the previous section, we saw problems whereby uy was raised to the power of another number that was not 0, that was not 0 or 1. So it means that was not a what? That was not a linear equation. For example, if I say my y is raised to the power of 4, this is no longer a linear differential equation. Yes. So now we call that a what? A Bernoulli equation. So there must be some way to solve it. You see, most of the times the general format that they will give you such that they put a factor y to the power of n, whereby un is not 0, is not 1. If the exponent of any y variable is 0 or 1, in Leo is a linear problem, it's a linear first order differential equation. We solve a standard. You find any integrating factor, you multiply by the integrating factor, you integrate and you get the answer. That's how we found a linear. But if the exponent is not 0, it's not 1, should say is 2, 3, 4 or something like that, and then or something else, we should try to do in the Bernoulli equation. So the format, general format, it's un must not be 0 or must not be 1. So solve kanjani. So masine equation non-linear, njengale Bernoulli equation, we need to do a solution by substitution, whereby we are going to change the differential equation yet. So we are going to change it in such a way we're going to make it to be linear by force. We're going to make it to be what? To be linear. Linear. So how do you make it to be linear? That's the question. We'll do that using an example. So I will take one of the problems that I have, Lana, that says dy dx plus 2xy. Dy dx plus 2xy is equals to negative x y to the power of 4. Now, so what do we realize then? Y is raised to the power of to the power of 4. So this is a non-linear problem. So once we identify this is what is non-linear, you have identified y is raised to the power of something greater than 1. Something that is not 0, that is not 1. So you need to do a solution by substitution, whereby you pick a value. You're gonna let a value u be equals to y to the power of 1 minus n. You are going to pick another value. For differential equation, either in terms of u also by linear differential equation. So you're gonna let u be y to the power of 1 minus 1 minus n. It is the what? The exponent that is not linear. In this case, this exponent of this y is linear, it's fine. What about this exponent? 4 is non-linear. So we need to reduce it. So we're gonna say u is y 1 minus 4. So this is y to the power of negative 3. So that is the value of u. You start by finding u. So u is the same thing as 1 over y cubed. But you are substituting it so that you can try to make this a linear problem. Alright. So now you find you find du dx. Okay, I'll start to send lama terms that I'll be using. U is a function of y. Am I wrong, Lan? You understand lama terms when they're saying local u is a function of y. Is it correct? If I say that, it has any function. OU is a function of y. No, noma yes. Yes. Because the equation got u ino y phakathi essentially ngisho lokho. So OU is a function of bani of y. Y is a function of x. Is it correct if I say that? Yes, because we are differentiating y with respect to bani to x. If y is a function of x. Senza kanje nama basic lawa calculus 1 party. Ngenza ukuthi mangilokho ngiphinda ama terms lawa umuntu angaxakeki ngithi mina u is a function of y and y is a function of x. Saphinda u is a function of y is a function of x. Basics. So what do I do mina? I'm going to find the derivative of u with respect to bani to x. Because yonke into idependela ku x kahle. U udependa ku y, y udependa ku bani ku x. So essentially everything is depending on ubani ku x. Futhi umzukulu udependa ku mama, umama udependa ku gogo. Everything. Umzukulu udependa ku bani? Ku gogo ngamanye amazwi. Into kanjani. So lana ke u is a function of y. U depends on y depends on x. So u also depends on bani on x. So the derivative of u with respect to x means I must differentiate u. Kumele ngimdifferentiate with respect to bani to y qala. Then bese ngidifferentiate ubani y with respect to x. So for me to be able to get, it's a chain rule lento le ngiyakhumbuza chain rule. For me to be able to get to x from u, I first differentiate ubani with respect to y. Angisho. I differentiate y and then I differentiate ubani y with respect to x again. So I'm going to differentiate the function with respect to y. Ngithola ubani? Minus 3y squared. Sayibona yonke angisho. This is minus 3y squared. Yavumeleka lokho? Is it fine? Noma is it incorrect? Oh, there's positive, that's negative. Negative 4 lana ngisho. Minus 3y to the power negative 4. Shooting and then lan, ngidifferentiate u with respect to bani to y. Qala, that's the first one. That's the first function ekhona. Sayibona into engenzile lana. Sala ukuphinda. Pay attention for the last time. Ngithini mina? I'm saying u is a function of y is a function of bani of x. So for me to differentiate u with respect to x, I must differentiate y qala. I must differentiate u with respect to y qala. And after that, I must multiply with differential ga y with respect to bani to x. So lana I differentiated u with respect to y. Ngathola negative 3y to the power negative 4 using ubani the power rule. It's negative 3 times 1, let's say minus 3 minus 1. Let's say times in derivative ga y with respect to bani to x. That is the same thing as saying dy dx. Now, derivative ga y with respect to x, dy dx. So mina I want to transform this equation. I want to make it in form of ubani u. Shukuthini mina I must try to find out ubani dy dx in terms of u. Dy dx wami uzolingana nobani lana. Let's do a quick math lana. Siyenza isheshe. Quick maths. What is going to be my dy dx? Angeke science step by step. Dy dx. Let's just do dy dx. Uze ngithanda dy dx ngenza njani lana? Ngidivide nobani no negative 3 y to the power negative 4 on both sides angisho. Shothi I'm going to have ubani? I'm going to have du dx times negative du dx 1 over bani 1 over 3 y to the power minus 4. Lo y to the power minus 4 ungamisa phezulu. Nakho. So just and then man, just when ubani dy dx, that is part of our first order differential equation. But we found it in terms of bani, in terms of du dx. We found it in terms of du dx. We found it in terms of du dx. So lapho so substitute manje dy dx wethu omusha. Siyambona ngisho dy dx, that is in terms of u. So if normal when we substitute it there, la no dy dx ngizofaka ubani mina? u minus y to the power of 4 over 3 du dx. Sayabona leyo nto angisho. And then this is going to be plus 2xy is equal to negative x y to the power of 4. So this is what I will do, mean. I will substitute dy dx wami omusha sengimtholile. So that's the next step. After expressing dy dx in terms of du dx, senza njani? We substitute it. La kuno dy dx, we put le nto esiyitholile entsha eno du dx. And then from lapho ke, now you have to now divide in. So thina ke, what was our problem kahle kahle lana? Our problem was that y lona was raised to the power of bani, to the power of 4. That was the problem. Y was raised to the power of 4. So thina finally we have a chance to change it now and make it linear. Abe raised to the power of bani, to the power of 1. How can you make it linear given this scenario? Divide by ubani. Singadivide nobani lapha. Yini esingadivide ngayo to make it linear. So we can divide by negative or 3 over y to the power of 4. Yes, the mathematicians will tell us. Let's divide any. Maso divide and that's nobani, not du dx. Locus show up. And then if we divide by this term here, please be careful. Divide in ln these two. So sana nobani. Nobani. No 6x minus 6x over y cubed. On the other side, one over 3 per x. So 1 over 3 x. Now cool. Since then ln dividing a term len y. We are making it a linear equation. Actually, remember the problem here. This was not a what? A linear equation. So to make it a linear equation, we substitute. Instead of using uy, we're gonna use ubani, u. So now we have found our value of u, right? We have set u to be y to the power of 1 minus 10. If we set u to be this, and we do all derivatives, we can make this to be a linear equation. But now inking, ubani lona, snow y land. But lento le nobani ino u, right? Can we express lo 6 over y cubed? Or times an I? Okay. So it's times. Anything that you do, as long as you will, but it's also finance, say same thing. Say nenzeka kahle check-out. Angeke izifana. Siyathanda noma siyadivide? Iyafana? Asiboneni senzani, siyathanda noma siyadivide? Alright, maso times ngayo. Y to the power of 4 uzokhanseleka ngisho. Maso times ngayo. Alright, ngicela times ngayo lapha senzeni kabusha. Masinga times lana u-negative x y to the power 4 times u-negative 3 over y to the power 4. So sana nobani? No 3x onjani? O positive. Yes. So times no divide. Cishe kufane depending on the factor that you use. Mina lana I divided by negative 3y to the power 4. Kuyafana no times anale factor lena. But mawi reduce ke aim yakho ukuthi le factor that has got y to the power 4, which makes it non-linear, must be taken off. Sayabona ngisho. But bukani manje, here's the problem. The problem is lana into yethu sifuna uyishintshe ibe in terms of u completely, right? We want to change our differential equation to be in terms of man u. But lasa nobani sano y. So you have to go back and think the relationship between u no y. U sithe ulingana nobani God, y to the power of bani, negative 3. Sayibona leyo nto angisho. So in other words, kahle kahle u-u wakho is the same thing as u1 over y cubed. Sayibona ngisho leyo nto. So lana u1 over y cubed la sinobani? Sino 6 over y cubed. Kusho ukuthi u6 over y cubed is the same thing as ubani? U6u. Sikhumbuleni, u is equals to bani? 1 over y cubed. Ile nto esiqale ngayo ukuthola ubani? U. Sayibona ngisho. The first thing that we did is to find ubani? U. So u is 1 over y cubed. La sino 6 over y cubed. U 1 over y cubed. So kahle in other words, this is actually 6u, negative 6u. Sayibona ngisho. So transform ke iba completely in terms of u. So this is du dx minus 6u angisho x angisho is equals to 3x. So manje ke at this point awutreat u njengo y, right? Awutreat u njengobani? Njengo y. So ngicela ukubuza, is this linear noma it's not linear? Linear. Sayibona ngisho. So in this case our dependent variable is u. So you are treating u as y, it's the same thing. So this is linear differential equation. And thina sithe sisolve kanjani linear differential equation bonje? Integrating facts. You go back to how to solve a first order linear differential equation. But the whole aim of doing so the whole aim of doing integration by substitution, it is to change lower y lower, because uy wako is not lean. You change it into u, you make it lean, and then you follow the same process of how to solve a first order differential equation. Lana at this point, u is your dependent variable. This is a first order differential equation angisho. Sayibona ngisho. Khona umbuzo yini lapha emuva so khona umbuzo yini? Awukho angisho. Alright. So u-du dx first order differential equation angisho. And then ke buka la, this is 6u, it's a function of ubani lona? It's a function of u. And this is times ubani? U-x. So it's more like u-p at x wethu now. Nangu u-q at x wethu. So this is a linear differential equation. Because the linear differential equation singakhohlwa we write it as what? In this case, with respect to u, sithini? Du dx p at x times u is equals to q at x. Ngithe treat u njengo y, is the same thing. Singathuka phela. Mangathiwa hey, yazi ngeke ngamangala kuthiwa find the integral of 1 over mhlambe 1 over z to dz. Umuntu axakeke lana just because kuno z. Kodwa mangathi 1 over x, people just say it's ln x straightforward. Please. Z, these are arbitrary. You can put z, noma u, noma y, noma what, but notice the notation. In this case, it's du dx px times u q at x, where u is our dependent variable. So lana, this is a linear differential equation. So p at x wethu ubani la function of x esinayo lana? U-x. Sayibona ngisho. U-x onjani ke lapho? O minus, o negative. Okay, ngicela uyibhala kabushane. Khona soyibona. This is du dx plus, no plus always line. Plus bani? Plus negative x times, okay, negatives, normal can say negative 6x, the constant, it doesn't matter. Angibhale kanjani, negative 6x times u is equals to 3x. Ngenza ukuthi umuntu abone ukuthi this is our p at x. Our p at x is what? Negative 6x. Sayibona ngisho. Noma ungathi is negative x, a constant doesn't matter, still multiplying indlela efanayo. Sayibona leyo nto ngisho. So this is now a linear differential equation. What do you do to your linear differential equation? Find the integrating factor. Integrating factor is e to the power of integral of bani p at x dx. Lana, this is e to the power of integral of bani negative 6x dx. Integrator ke lapha sithola ubani? E to the power of bani? Minus 3x squared. So this is the integrating factor. You now follow up with the process. When you've got the first order differential equation, you use the integrating factor, you multiply throughout the entire equation. Lana, this is the same thing as saying multiplying the differential equation again. So this is e to the power of negative 3x squared times du dx. Minus e to the power of negative 3x squared times ubani? times ubani ukuma nasengimfakela ngisho times u6x u is equals to 3x times ubani e to the power negative 3x squared. So you multiply each and every part of your differential equation with what? The integrating fact. Please ngicela abantu bangadideki la uku-identify u-p(x). Mawufuna ukuthi u-p(x) wakho wena is negative x, it is still the same thing. Uzothi is negative x integrate, but mawuzoyibuyisela lana with the constant, it will still reduce to the same thing. So just make sure ukuthi awudideki lapho. Lana sitheni, this side is always the what? A product rule expansion. Sayibona ngisho leyo nto. Siyishilo lento like first order. So this side is always a product rule expansion. And if you want to find the compressed form yayo, i-first order differential equation uthini? D dx ngaphandle uthatha ini le integrating factor ngisho ngihlanganisa nobani no u phela. This is just e to the power of negative 3x squared times u. If you do a product rule expansion of this, you must get this exact. Vele kumele uthole lokho exact. If you don't get this exactly, then there must be some problem wenzeni. So this is equal to, I can just simplify ngalen. Okay, so this is 3x e to the power of negative 3x squared. So now Tina, we are trying to look for u. Also, let's a solution of y. As u, let's solve this. How do we get u land? Integrate both sides with respect to man to x. We know when we integrate the integral and the derivative as a cancel. And then from here again now, so if we do the exercise e to the power of negative 3x squared times u is equal to, on the other side, if we do with respect to x, how to integrate that? Ban u substitution angisho. Yes, ama techniques for integration wa calculus 2 angisho. So sibowazi ukwa-revisit siwakhumbule wonke ama techniques for integration. So as integrated, if we just integrate this eceleni, we're gonna let u abe ubani konje, abe u-x squared angisho. So u-du dx is what? What is du dx? You're gonna let u abe ubani. Why don't you let u abe the entire thing? So that it was simple. U abe u-negative 3x squared. Sayibona ngisho. So u-du dx, i-derivative ka-u with respect to x ubani? Minus 6x angisho. And from here u-du is equal to minus 6x dx. But lana sinobani thina la? Sino 3x dx. Ngisaphinda futhi angifundise calculus 2. Sino 3x dx. Last no negative 6x dx. So what must we do to get lento le efanayo exact constant substitution? Multiply by negative 1 over 2. Is you do whatever mathematics. So this is negative du over 2 is equals to bani 3x dx. So it's in lento le 3x dx, I can substitute it for bani negative du over 2. So mina ke ngizothi lana if I solve, let me solve integral yami iphelele and then substitute lana. So this is the same thing as saying the integral of ubani la no 3x dx ngizofaka lokho, la no e to the power negative 3 ngizofaka ubani e to the power of bani of u. Angisho sithi na negative 3x squared is equal to bani to u, right? So e to the power of u. La no 3x dx ngizofaka ubani minus du over 2. If you solve this integral, this is going to give you ubani negative 1 over 2 angisho into the integral of bani e to the power u du. So it's solved nje eceleni. Please try to solve it eceleni because izoba inde uthi silokho sifaka lapha. And then if you solve this integral, this is negative 1 over 2 e to the power u integral yakhe ubani e to the power u plus c. But ke lana singakhohlwa ukuthi lo u lo esimkhethile lana is not the same thing as lo h. This mistake, don't make it. Lo u lona nalo u lona is not the same thing. So preferably use another variable lana. Let z be lo negative 3x squared. Ngenzela ukuthi umuntu angayiphambanisi lento le, athathe le nto e to the power u ayifake lana. Lo u lona we did it for u substitution method. Yeah, calculus 2. So choose another variable. Just call it u1 just for the sake of umuntu angagcina treating ngathi into efanayo. U1 lona. And lana, since it's an indefinite integral, u1 kumele simbuyisela ngisho. What is the value yakhe? Negative 3x squared. So this is going to be negative half e to the power of negative 3x squared plus c. Now, that's the value of the integral. Just substitute it lapha in the eceleni. So this is negative half e to the power of negative 3x squared plus c. Thola u wakho ke lana, you can be able to get your value of u. How do you get your u here? You divide by what? E to the power negative 3x squared. If I do that, just that u1 will be what? Minus 1 over 2 plus c e to the power of 3x squared. Is it fine makunje? Thina sifuna u yini konje lapha? No. Bathe solve ini y. Because it's a differential equation yet when not dy dx. But we know the relationship between u no bani no y. Is the thing that we started with at first. So say u wethu is equal to bani? 1 over y cubed against no matter y to the power negative 3. So since this is that, you substitute 1 over y cubed is equals to negative 1 over 2 plus c e to the power of positive 3x squared. And then this, you just find the value of y now. How can you find the y again now in the method? 1 over 1 over y cubed is equals to 1 over minus 1 over 2 plus c e to the power 3x squared. And then here you find the cube root of that. Y is the cube root of what's 2? Yeah, hey, because I'm going. You simplify it in a this is already simplified. Over one. Ngiyakhohlwa ngihleli nawo mathematician phambili, so bayangihlebela singenzeni. So lana ke sekayenzile wayisolve lento le. But essentially wena ke bawungafuna ukusimplify, awuvele ufake u-cube root uqedile, you are done. You are done. That's the solution. So a Bernoulli's equation, it works around that. What you need to look for? First, y wako must be non-linear, meaning y is raised to the power of bani, to the power of something not 0, not 1. So you will let u the first condition that you start with, what allows you to say this is a Bernoulli equation? You see within it, there is a y variable that is raised to something as 0, that is not 1. Yes. So what you do, you create a new variable. You do solution by substitution. You create a new variable ou. Ou must be y to the power of bani 1 minus the exponent layer in non-linear. In this case, the exponent that is non-linear uban 4. This one is to the power 1, is perfectly linear this term. You say y to the power of 1 minus 4, you get y to the power negative 3. Then what you do, you want to transform your differential equation completely from being a differential ka y to be differential bani ka x. So it means lo dy dx, you must try to solve it using this u. But you recognize when you say u is a function of y and y is a function of bani of x. So to find du dx, you have to differentiate y, then you multiply by bani dy dx. Then you make dy dx subject to the formula line. So now you dy dx and you substitute it. So say you are substituting like not dy dx, you put this one that is in terms of bani, in terms of u. So I put this term that is in terms of bani or u. Plus, there is still a 2x there. Is 2xy is equals to negative xy to the power 4. When I'm at this point, that is when I'm transforming it from being non-linear to bani to being linear. Shooting ngiyayithatha ke manje ngifuna ukubulala lo y to the power of 4 which is the one that is making this equation to be what? To be non-linear. I'm going to divide by what? It's either I divide or I multiply. Same thing. In this case, I multiply it by negative 3 over y to the power 4. Sayibona ngisho. Khona ngizosala no du dx minus 6 over y cubed x is equals to 3x. Now, we recognize this is now in terms of u, but it's a variable kabani ka y laphaya. We still remember uthi initially we said the u is 1 over y cubed angisho. Umlan u we found it by saying y to the power 1 minus n angisho. So this is u is 1 over y cubed. So njengoba sino 6 over y cubed, you can substitute this for ubani u. Then now this is now a linear differential equation. You have turned it from being non-linear, say yini, say linear. Sayibona leyo nto angisho. Mase linear kanjena, what do? You now follow the process of linear equation. You find the integrating factor 1, and then you multiply through the entire equation using any integrating factor. That's number 2. And then after that, all you have to do is now your mathematics. You solve for u. Solve kanjani u? Lapha sensi u substitution because they are applying. Usebenzise izinto ezi-applyayo kuleyo scenario, yabo. So sayisolve integral yethu. We found out it is equals to this, we found u. But now we're looking for ubani initially, y. We know u is 1 over y cubed. It's something that we have defined at first. So substituting that, you get the value of y. Iyezwakala yini Bernouli? Take your time kulokhu Nkosi yami. Please take your time when we are doing Bernoulli equation. But just when it is standard procedure, right? So now we'll be able to look at problems because we know it's standard procedure is. Let's attempt something lan. Asikale na equations nayo lapha phambi kwethu. Asibukeni. Na equation phambi kwethu number 1. Right? Number 1, is this a first order differential equation? Yes. Because the highest derivative ubani? Dy dx. First order. First derivative. Right? Number 2, uy wakho is it raised to the power of 0 noma 1? No, so this is not linear. Mayingekho linear sekuyini? Sekuyi-Bernoulli. Mawuthi ilinear njengaleya ku-b wenza njani? So integrating factor siyasolve. But if it is not linear, it means the what? Bernoulli equation. And then you are given the initial condition. Ungazama ukusimplify lento le ungakenzi lama steps out engiqale ngawo. First identify, is it first order? 1. Next, is it a linear equation? Meaning uy wakho is it raised to the power of 0 and 1 only? If not, then it's a Bernoulli. Ungabuki format because ama questions they look scary, they look like ngathi ngama terms amaningi kakhulu. But once unga-identify lezi eziwu-2, you must uzokwazi ukuthi which technique are you gonna use lana. Ngiyezwakala yini? Yes. Alright. Shuthi ke asiyenzeni ke lena because it's a bit complex. Khona sizokwazi ukumova kokunye. So lana ke our example 2 is saying xy. So you know xy plus y. So xy plus y dy dx, right? And then is equals to xy squared. Is equals to xy squared minus x minus y squared. Minus x minus y squared plus 1. Initial condition given that y at 0 is equal to 1 or y minus 2 is 0. So y at minus 2 is equals to 0. Now, okay. So now solve the following and clearly show all your workings. 7 marks. Just identify this can use Bernoulli. Can this ever be exact? Angeke ibe exact. Ezinye nje yazayibonalela nje nah. This cannot be exact. So the only option that we have is Bernoulli. But if format yethu sayabona ukuthi gcwele kakhulu kangakanani. Asiboneni iformat yethu ye-Bernoulli equation must have what? Must have u dy dx angisho multiplied by 1 plus some function p at x times y equal to bani q at x times y to the power of n, whereby n is not 0, is not 1. Asiboneni ukuthi can we make it to be in this format? Sesiwenza imethe. Imethe esingayenza lana ukuthi lento lena le ifane. Sibe no dy dx multiplied by u1. Sibe nale format lena. Iyiphi imethe esingayenza lapha? What mathematics can you do? The problem in a simplification a lot more than everything. Or can you do separable equations here? I don't think you can separate some variables. It's not exact. You cannot separate the variables. The only option that you have, Bernouli. So I collect asibhaleni in this form such that so not dy dx or times 1. So no p at x or times y. So no q at x or times 1 y to the power n. I-term yethu y to the power n lana siyayibona inyoni. Ubani? Ilo y squared and about 2 nakhona. At least azamenza sibabe unjani? Be 1 maybe this will help. Sizama. Lana udinga ama techniques phela shonini senze njani? Divide by this. If we divide by xy plus y, nizokwazi ukusimplify 1 by 1 term lapha. Nizokwazi simplify. As identifying nile bukani la. Sino y to the power of n. Now, y to the power of n. n wethu cannot be 0, cannot be 1. In this case, sinabo bawu-2, y squared no y squared, bawu-2 bonke, nasidinga kanjani? Oyi-1. How can you make it to be 1 at least to simplify into yakho? Yenza kanjani? Skip y kuphi? La y squared. Kuleli side skip y. Okay, nakho sesiya somewhere. Simplify kancane kancane. Masingakhipha y, this will be y into x plus 1. Sayibona ngisho. Y into x plus 1 dy dx is equal to. Ini esingayenza ngalena? Y squared angisho. So singakhipha y squared to simplify izinto zethu lana. But at least let me just do a rearrangement. Lo minus x ngifake la kuno 1 khona sibona ukuthi lo y squared lona singamkhipha la. Sayibona ngisho. So if I take out y squared, let me just make a rearrangement. Minus x ngizombhalela ngapha. Ngizombhalela la. Minus x lo. Angisho bo la. Ngizombhalela lapha khona sobona ukuthi kube kanjeni. I just rearranged. Khona sobona ukuthi lo y squared lona is common on this part only. Ayikho common kwamanye ama parts. So on this part only, if we take out y squared sanobani, x minus 1. Sayibona ngisho. Bese plus bani 1 minus x. At least achieve into 1. We know the variable in a power that is not 0 or 1. E1 at least. Because low y squared about 2 lab is a problem. Use your mathematical techniques here. So nako. So khona la siyakhona siqhubekeni siye futhi. Ithini futhi next step? We can do what? Man. Ngave divide angisho. Noma we can transpose 1 minus x eqala. Do whatever that you want first. You can transpose la ube nobani no y into x plus 1 dy dx angisho. Bese ke minus noma you can say plus for simplicity. Plus ubani x minus 1. Yafana in lokho engenzile. Niyabona into engenzile la. Alright, ngingazenza impande wrong. So this is equal to ban. This is equal to y squared. But angeke isabe Bernouli le sengiboneni. Can't be a Bernouli, that's gonna reduce to being a linear. This one. Okay, I see reducing. Okay, which one should we transpose? This one, no matter that one. Nokubona kwakho. Just predict what can happen. Which one should we transpose? This or that? I transpose the layer. Okay, transpose the layer rich. Okay, ngicela siqale ngale because sengibona vele izwa yini le. Okay, bukani lana. If we say this is a minus If we say this is minus y squared x minus 1, right, is equal to bani, is equals to 1 minus x. If you divide all sides by this term, this is definitely going to be somewhere around lean. Almost, asiboneni. Noma senze kanjani, square kanje. Singamtranspose. Keep it common fact. Alright, there are many ways to approach this, Jack. Angithatha indlela yomuntu oyi-1 square nayo singamixameki. Oyi-1. Ngithathe kaba eyakho. Okay. Alright, keep it common factor ukuthi siya-transpose manje. U-x minus 1 kube u-common factor. But this is 1 minus x. Okay. Hayi, mese yavuka la eklasini. Alright, so asikeep i-common factor u-x minus 1 la. Sizama ukuyi-simplify at least ibe ne-form esibona kahle. Siyazi i-Bernoulli vele, but at least let's simplify it because my kanjena we cannot work with it. We cannot identify du dx as we cannot identify izinto zethu kahle so far. You don't think i-Bernoulli ne? I don't think it's a Bernoulli nakhona now. But ngicela sihambe ne-method A1 because if so mix ama-method kanjena, we will get different solutions, right? So ngicela ukuthi siqale nge-method A1 e-consistent. Enye vele must be correct nakhona. Ngisaqhubeka nale yakho umfowethu lapha phambili. Umfowethu singikhipha u-x minus 1, just follow through kancane, singaphazamisi. X minus 1 bese y squared minus 1. Is this correct? Awazi i-maths nkosi yami, is this correct? Yes, it's correct. All right, and then what do we do with separate. Nice. So a separable equation here, there's no need for a Bernoulli for this one. So they say we can separate them. Lokho no y sikwise y, lokho no x sikwise kubani? X. Meaning that we can say this is y over y squared minus 1. Sayabona ngisho. Yes, if we divide by this on both sides, bese kuba ubani? U-dy. This must be equals to x minus 1 over x plus 1. Angisho. Bese ubani? Dx. So there's no need for you to go Bernoulli on this one. But if you want, try to simplify it with Bernoulli. Just maybe. So the rest you do is to solve here. So you solve again, man. How do you solve this one? You integrate both sides, Angish. Yes. Let's revise them separable in short. But the problem is that are you going to be integrated to be able to integrate it? If you'll be able to integrate it, good for you. If not, so ngizwela umuntu la, so wazi integrate in the side. Are you gonna okay? This one I can see you substitution is quicker here. Gonna just get it in on lane. Are you gonna be able to integrate x minus 1 over x plus 1? Noma nisusile nje. Ngizokwazi integrate yini? Lawa kandi lawa was introduce le method, bazokwazi integrate yini? X minus 1 over x plus 1 by taking out 2 minus. Nice. So, bazokwazi integrate. I should be a method to still work as well. So, you can integrate this side. Which method are you gonna use this side? EU substitution again. You can see this is y squared minus 1. This is y. So lana you can let u have a y squared minus 1. Zothola 1 over u and then ube no lean 1 we solve le on your own time this side. This other side of integral, how can you solve it? X plus 1 minus 2. Or say nice. So now they use partial fractions here. So they say so manje this is x plus 1 over x plus 1 minus 2 over x plus 1. Phandle kunobani? dx. Yes, this is 1. Integral of 1 is x. Integral of this is 2 ln x. Sebenzisa onke ama-techniques owakhumbulayo at this point. I-calculus yongange-cross 97 konje, beyi-cross 96 zona. If ufuna uzojoyina thatha. You use all your techniques that you can lapha. Improvise. Improvise. This side to the sense use substitution, this side we simplify and then you solve what you solve. You get the answer. But lana the problem was simplification. If now was to simplify, hey, please try your best to know it. Let's pick the one that will give us a Bernoulli. This one maybe you can still make it a Bernoulli, but I think the less complicated things are at this moment, the better. The less complicated things are, the better. I will check this one number C from the exam. It's a dx dy. Dx dy plus y over x minus 2 plus y over x minus 2 is equals to 5 into x minus 2 y to the power of half. That's all. So lena ke esinayo lana. Would you say that this is a first order differential equation? Is this first order? Yes. Is this linear? No. Sayibona ngisho. Why since I say linear differential equation then? Y weight is raised to the power of something engasu 0, engasu 1. Sayibona ngisho leyo. So all you have to do is to do i-Bernoulli there. So lana ke is straightforward. There is no need to do a lot of simplification. I-format yethu ikhona la ithini is dy dx angisho. So it's dy dx plus bani p at x times ubani y is equals to q at x times y to the power of n. U-n wethu lingani nobani lana? Ubani u-n wethu la? 1 over 2 angisho. Ile exponent lena which is not what? Which is not linear. So in this case 1 over 2 now. This is the value of n. So to solve this using a Bernoulli equation style, you let u be what? Y to the power of 1 minus n. Yabonakala leyo nto angisho. You let u abe 1 y to the power of 1 minus n. So sithola u which is y to the power of bani 1 minus n angisho. In this case, this is y to the power of 1 minus n wethu i-exponent angisho ubani 1 over 2, right? So u wethu is equals to bani y to the power of 1 minus 1 over 2. 1 over 2. So u wethu is y to the power of 1 over 2. Sayibona ngisho. And then from here, remember, kumele sikwazi express this thing in terms of ubani, in terms of u complete. So kumele siqale silungise lo dy dx abe in terms of ubani, of u. Kuyabonakala lokho angisho. So lana ke u-du dx, if we do u-du dx, u-du dx, we have to differentiate u with respect to y qala ngisho. Mas nga differentiate this with respect to y sithola ubani? Sithola ubani? U1 over 2 y to the power of bani shorten. And then dy dx. Sikhumbuleni senzani lana. You let u abe y to the power of 1 minus n, whereby un is the exponent in non-linear. And then ke uthola ubani u-du dx. Why are you finding u-du dx? Because you want to find this part with dy dx. When you are differentiating u with respect to x, since u is a function of y, first differentiate u with respect to y. That will give you what? 1 over 2 y to the power negative half. If you follow the power rule land, times the derivative kabani ka y with respect to x. It's chain rule. Yabonakala lento engiyenzeni. So what is the value of dy dx lab? I want to dy dx the subject of the formula. What is it going to be equal to? 2y. 2y to the power of half. Angish. So 2y to the power of half du dx. Khona ungayiphisa yini le ngiyibhalile lana? Sisezwa yini? Kusayiyo yini? Yes. The mathematics isavuma namanje. So this is dy dx. Now uzosubstitute la kuno dy dx, you're gonna put this part where there is dy dx. You're gonna put ubani? You're gonna put u2 y to the power of 1 over 2. So lana you substitute. Ngicheke nisarekhoda yini Nkosi yami, abantwana bami ba next year bangasoli. Nisarekhoda? Hayi. Oh, uthi yarekhod, hayi phela uzogcina sekucheck-a wonke umuntu. Yarekhoda lobe ayirecorded? Oh, alright. Ngibona nalo ya-red, iyona hit. So, now siya-substitute dy dx into a differential equation angisho. So u-dy dx, so faka ubani this solution u2y to the power of negative half. So ngizothatha nangu u2y to the power of positive half du dx. Sayibona ngisho. Bese this is plus kunobani lapha y over x minus 2. So it's more like 1 over x minus 2 times 1. Into kanjena. Thanda uyibhala kanjena to separate them is equals to 5 into x minus 2 times y to the power of bani 1 over 2. Sayibona lento lena ngisho. Siya-substitute la. Qhelise lokho. So siya-substitute la. Yonto esenzayo. La kuno dy dx we put this value. And then ke manje sesifuna uyenza ukuthi ibe linear le. So we want this to be du dx angisho. So what can we do to get rid of the 2y to the power of 1 over 2? What can we do? Divide by ubani? Divide by 2y to the power of half. Sayibona ngisho. If you divide by 2y to the power half, this will be du dx angisho. If you divide by 2y to the power half lana, so this will be what? Plus 1 over 1y noma y over x minus 2 times ubani? U2y to the power half. Ngidivide by u2y to the power half on every term. And then this is 5 times x minus y to the power half, divided by ubani? U2y to the power half. So I am dividing each and every term with ubani? U2y to the power half now. So that I can make this linear. So as I simplify it, so this is du dx angisho. Plus bani. If singa simplify, let's know y to the power half, that pass no y to the power of 1. So we can take lo half simse phezulu angisho. Be ukuthi sino 1 over x minus 2 1 over 2 into x minus 2 angisho. Y to the power of 1 over 2. Kuright lokho engikwenzeni. Sayibona ngisho. And then this is equal to bani 5 over 2 times x minus y. Sayibona ngisho leyo nto. This is y to the power half and y to the power half go cancel la. Please, it's just your basic maths esiyenzayo lana. I-maths nje basic. So lana ke siyayibona ngisho lento ukuthi manje it's in terms of u. But the problem here is that this is not completely in terms of ubani? U. Because there is y still part of the thing. What is the relationship between y no u konje? U is what? 1 over ubani? Y to the power half angisho. Is it? So u is y to the power of half. So njengoba ngino y to the power half lapha uzongena nobani? No u. I can just put u. So that my differential equation is completely in terms of ubani? In terms of u. So I'm going to substitute lapho kuno y to the power half khona, I'm going to put u. So this is going to be du dx angisho. Plus bani? Plus 1 over 2 into x minus 2 times u. Sayibona leyo nto angisho. This is going to give me 5 over 2 into x minus y. Oh, 2 right here. Sengimangele manje. Oh, the original equation should I tampered with it. So this was x plus 2. x minus 2. Because once ngamixeka la, it's a problem again. So this is x minus 2, not y there. So this is x minus 2, x minus 2. So now this is a linear differential equation. It's a linear differential equation simply because we have du dx plus 1 over 2x minus 2u is equals to 5 over 2 times x minus 2. So lana, what is the value of p at x? Ubani p at x? Ilo 1 over 2 into x minus 2. Because remember, if format ethi kanjani izothi for a linear differential equation du dx plus p at x times ubani u is equals to q at x. In this case, well, it's not du dx here. So our p at x is the function of x multiplied by u is equals to q at x is a function that is completely having ubani x kuphela. That's why ngabe no y lana that would be a concern. We wouldn't be able to proceed with the method. So now let's just what do we do again, man, if we have got a linear differential equation to solve it? Chola in integrating factor. So the integrating factor is given by e to the power of the integral of p at x dx. So this is e to the power of the integral of what's in p at x, so it's 1 over 2 x minus 2 dx. Please know how to integrate rapidly. If we integrate to 1 over 2 into x minus 2, so 1 over 2 is a constant again. Let's just say this is 1 over 2 into the integral of 1 over x minus 2 dx. So lena easy to integrate. 1 over something is an integral yaban kalin. So this is 1 over 2 ln of bani x minus 2. But again, now case here to no is no ln. Can we cancel e and ln? If we have got 1 over 2 lapha is the coefficient. No. Let's use uban 1 over 2 kala simise lapha phezulu. So let me just rewrite it and say the integrating factor there will be e to the power of ln of x minus 2 raised to the power of ban half. And then sunga cancel e no ln. If we cancel this out, we must have ubani x minus 2 to the power of half, no matter the square root of x minus 2. That's the integrating factor here. They want integrating factor. And then what do we do using integrating factor? You multiply the entire equation using any the integrating factor. So say I'm going to multiply not du dx lapha. So this is going to be the integrating factor x minus 2 to the power half times ubani du dx, right? And then lapha I'm having 1 over that. So this is going to be plus the integrating factor x minus 2 to the power half times ubani konje yini esinayo lapha 1 over bani 2 into x minus 2 angisho, and then times ubani u angisho is equals to 1. What is the other part of the equation? 5 over 2 times x minus 2. Now integrating factor I'm eating x minus 2 to the power half times ubani 5 over 2 into x minus 2 pen. So you multiply the entire equation using the integrating factor. Just I want to but the idea is the same. It's just that there's a lot of variables, there's a lot of mathematics to be done. And from here again now, we always say to this side of a linear differential equation, it's always any product rule expansion. Maungakuboni lokho awubhala ubani d dx into, you take the integrating factor uyayifaka exactly as it is. X minus 2 angisho. It's x minus 2 to the power half times ubani times u. If you differentiate this with respect to x, well, kunikeza lokho exactly cabanga. Nakanjani? Must be. Can confirm. So at this point here, this is equal to bani. At this point here, lana, as we simplify, and these are like terms. X minus 2 lona x minus 2. So x minus 2 to the power half, x minus 2 to the power of 1. What can we do since the bases are the same line? at the exponent angesho. So this is gonna give me 5 over 2 x minus 2 to the power of 3 over 2. And then I'm looking for the value of u, right? What do I do to find the value of u? I integrate both sides with respect to ban to x. So I integrate both sides with respect to x. So I integrate both sides with respect to x so that this and this cancels out. And I have a scenario whereby I've got x minus 2 times u is equals to. Now the problem comes again. Integrate this. Integrate x minus 2 to the power of 3 over 2 dx. How can you integrate this? How can you go about integrating it? What is your best method that would work for you? Use substitution. Yenza iphi method ma-mathematician? Abantu abamethe nge-maths baphila. Cela bamemeze basho ukuthi senze njani lana. If integration by parts. Hey, long. But see, substitution is possible here. Yes. Why not say no? EU substitution is possible. Lana, there's no need to do. Okay, you can do integration by parts. You can do EU substitution. You are not allowed to do that unless you make the variable to be u. No, you have to make it u, the variable. That's the procedure. Okay, the idea is here, you're going to say 3 over 2 plus 1 divided by 3 over 2 plus 1. Yes, you reverse the power rule. But you are not allowed to do that if you have got x minus 2 and you do a u substitution. Let u below x minus 2. Yes. Okay, I'm just doing it in the calculus 2 way, the standard way. So don't get surprised. Let u abe x minus 2 again. Then what is going to be your dutx? Dutx is 1 again. So essentially du is equals to ban dx. Mawenza let t. All right, okay, let's choose another variable t. So this is dt again. So dt wethu is dx. Awuvumelekile bafethu ngisaphinde. Calculus 2 says you are not allowed to just say you can see that this is that, then that. No. You let this be u, you change the integral even in terms of u, normal in terms of t completely first. Then you can apply that. But mawubona imagine the situation seziyakhala and akuhlangani. Awuvele wenze lokho. So this is the integral of ban. Integral of ban, 5 over 2 is a constant from Faravel. This is the integral of u to the power of 3 over 2 du again. Yes, the mouse substitutes are. So dt njalo, you are using t to the power of 3 over 2 dt. If you now do an integral of this, you do a reversal power rule, what you get? You get t to the power of 1, 3 over 2 plus 1, so 5 over 2 again. And then this will be 2 over 5. Please know how to integrate. This one is the simplest to unlearn. And then this is plus bani plus c. Now, sizothatha-ke uthi wakho x minus 2 uyambuyisela lana. Siyazi ukuthi you guys might have just done it the simpler way, but you do it at the emergency situation. So this is 2 over 5 into bani x minus 2 again to the power of 5 over 2 plus c. So that's the value of the integral. 2 over 5 into x minus 2 to the power of 5 over 2 plus c. So I'm just going to substitute that into the integral, excluding the constant length. So this is x minus 2 times u is what? 5 over 2 into 2 over 5 x minus 2 to the power of 5 over 2 plus c. Now, So from here, if you just multiply this, sometimes omunye bengiyazi ayikhipha i-constant avele ayisolve right hand to make things simpler. But from here, this is x minus 2 times u is equals to bani? X minus 2 to the power of 5 over 2 plus bani? Plus c. All you have to do is to solve for u wakho lana. U will be what? X minus 2 to the power of bani? 5 over 2, then you minus 1 lapho bani? 3 over 2 again. No bani? Or exponent? Oh yeah, let's not forget it. Hey, this does ziyakhohleka la. So your exponent is 1 over 2 there. So 5 over 2 minus 1 over 2, what you get there? 2, right? So this is 2 plus c. This is who you are. Follow up nemethe enzakelelana akusinto etheni. Now u is x minus 2 squared plus bani plus c. Siyabona into kanjalo. Usima multiply a constant, you become c, then you divide by this, right? Then x minus 2 to the power of bani minus 1 over 2. And then are we looking for u, Gonj? No, we're actually looking for ban, y. The whole point of Bernoulli law was to do what? To turn y into u first and make it linear. So therefore, we remember that u is equals to y to the power half, right? So in this case, y to the power of half is equals to x minus 2 squared plus c times x minus 2 to the power minus half. And then to find y, what do you do? So the answer is x minus 2 squared plus c into x minus 2 to the power of minus 1 over 2 squared. That's the solution. If you are given initial condition, there is substitute. Cela ushuthi la aswavaleni lana ama first order then kuma second order. Ma second order so shesha, it's way easier than labo Bernoulli labo.